Welcome to Iraqi Dinar Update, your go-to source for the latest news, expert insights, and real-time developments on Iraq's currency, economy, and financial reforms. Whether you're a long-time investor or just curious about the dinar, you're in the right place. Importantly, the success of the development road will also have profound implications for Iraq's monetary policy and its national currency, the Iraqi dinar. For years, critics have dismissed the dinar as a speculative play or, worse, a scam. These accusations often stem from misunderstandings or misinformation surrounding Iraq's complex financial history. Yes, there have been periods of hyperinflation, black market currency manipulation, and dual exchange rates. But those challenges must be seen in the context of war, occupation, and isolation. What we are witnessing now is a completely different landscape. The Central Bank of Iraq has implemented a series of significant reforms, including digital banking expansion, anti-money laundering protocols, and integration with SWIFT and other global financial systems. These reforms are not cosmetic. They reflect a deep structural alignment with international standards. Moreover, Iraq's foreign currency reserves are among the highest in the region, bolstered by strong oil revenues and increasingly diversified trade. The CBI's recent monetary tightening, its defense of the dinar against parallel market volatility, and its embrace of digital finance all signal a maturing central bank capable of managing exchange rate stability and fostering a credible investment climate. This is not the profile of a country with a scam currency. It is the profile of a nation preparing for a gradual but powerful resurgence of its currency's value, grounded in economic fundamentals rather than speculation. The development road and the Iraqi dinar's trajectory are not isolated phenomena. They are deeply intertwined. A successful infrastructure and trade project on this scale will necessarily increase demand for the local currency. Contractors, suppliers, investors, all will need to engage with Iraq's financial system and, by extension, with its currency. As more goods and services flow through Iraq, and as more international agreements are settled in dinars, the currency will gain liquidity, trust, and utility. The feedback loop between economic activity and currency strength will begin to accelerate. And once the project begins to deliver consistent results, new cities rising, jobs being created, goods flowing efficiently, confidence in the dinar will solidify, both domestically and internationally. Those who continue to suggest that the Iraqi dinar is a scam are either willfully ignorant or deeply uninformed. They fail to recognize the magnitude of the institutional reforms underway. They overlook the new fiscal discipline being shown by the government, including its efforts to integrate with the global banking system, promote transparency, and implement a realistic, sustainable exchange rate regime. These reforms are backed by the IMF and other multilateral institutions, who see Iraq not as a basket case but as a potential success story in the making. And while currency appreciation is not guaranteed, and indeed may be gradual, it is clear that the foundations are being laid for a more robust, credible monetary system. This is not the behavior of a country engaged in deception. It is the behavior of a country determined to evolve. There are also powerful geopolitical dimensions to consider. Iraq is strategically positioning itself as a non-aligned, neutral actor capable of working with diverse partners: China through the Belt and Road Initiative, the United States through security and advisory cooperation, Turkey and the Gulf states through trade and investment. The development road is not only an economic corridor, it is a diplomatic one. It creates shared interests among countries that have sometimes been at odds, and it offers a platform for regional cooperation that transcends sectarian or ideological divides. As Iraq becomes more integrated into this regional ecosystem, it will be increasingly difficult to isolate or destabilize. And that geopolitical stability will, in turn, reinforce investor confidence, lower risk premiums, and increase currency attractiveness. It's important, too, to appreciate the generational nature of this transformation. The youth of Iraq, who make up the majority of the population, are watching closely. Many of them have known nothing but instability. But now, for the first time, they are being given a glimpse of a different kind of future, one that includes jobs in logistics, engineering, finance, and tech. One that includes connectivity not only to Basra or Baghdad, but to Berlin, Beijing, and beyond. One that allows them to imagine a life defined not by survival, but by ambition. This generational shift in expectations is one of the most powerful outcomes of the development road, and one of the strongest indicators that Iraq's trajectory is upward. In the face of this progress, those who cling to outdated narratives, who insist that Iraq is a failed state, or that its currency has no future, are setting themselves up for a rude awakening. The evidence is mounting. The data is clear. The development road is no longer just a plan. It is a work in progress, with track being laid, ports being expanded, and cities being designed. The dinar is no longer just a relic of past mismanagement. It is a currency being slowly and deliberately positioned for international respect. The momentum is real, and it is accelerating. To be sure, challenges remain. Corruption has not been fully eradicated. Political disagreements still flare up. Security threats persist in some areas. But these are not unusual for a country undergoing such a deep and comprehensive transformation. What matters is the direction of travel, and that direction is unmistakably forward. Iraq has a long way to go, but it is moving with a clarity of purpose that is hard to ignore. So when people claim that the Iraqi dinar is a scam, or that Iraq is incapable of executing grand projects, they are not just wrong, they are out of touch with reality. They are basing their opinions on outdated assumptions, ignoring the hard data, and failing to grasp the broader context. The development road is a real, strategic, and transformative initiative. It is being executed with increasing precision, and it will change the economic geography of the region. Iraq is not only rising, it is becoming a gateway, a bridge, and a hub. And as that reality sets in, the perception of Iraq and its currency will shift. The dinar will no longer be viewed through the lens of speculation and conspiracy, but through the lens of fundamentals and potential. Those who dismissed it will be forced to reconsider. Those who doubted Iraq's ability to reform and rebuild will have to acknowledge its progress. And those who positioned themselves early, who believed in Iraq's revival, will find that their faith was not misplaced. The rude awakening, for the skeptics, is coming. And for Iraq, the dawn of a new era is already breaking. Thanks for tuning in to Iraqi Dinar Update. If you found this content helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a beat on Iraq's evolving financial landscape. Stay informed and stay ready.